อ้เหี้ยยิงพลาดทุกคนเลยว่ะเหี้ยทำไงวะเนี่ยไป
done enough to push them off of the spike but not enough to win the round. Spinning up but ydhn has no idea this is tucked in the corner. Will happen here. Primi 𝗙cie both finding themselves an end towards Patman who used to be this time cannot deliver.
ในที่สุดก็ถึงวันนี้อยู่ใกล้มึงสักทีออกมาหน้างานโดนกูทืบแน่
เหี้ยตัวเท่าราวนมไม่ได้หี
เครื่องหมายดอลลาร์โดเนทมา30 บาทถ้ากูเดินไปทวงตังมึงจริงกูเย็ดตูดมึงน่าสตรีมจริงๆนะ10,000ถือว่าค่าตัวมึงเครื่องหมายสี่เหลี่ยมเมืองไฟ
แล้วถ้าเกิดกูจับมึงถอดกางเกงอ่ะแล้วเอากล้องแชทหันไปอ่ะมึงจะอับอายไหมแล้วเขาสวนเข้า A ปุ๊บพิมมี่แดดเข้ามาเฮ้ย
Fullsense in there, happy to take it and get the plant for free, but 𝗙cie fast on the rotate as well. Yeah, a little bit of damage through the.
สวยดูดี
Watch out for your health.
แสงกระดอที่คอกระสือโดเนทมา30 บาทมาแล้วช่องบูลลี่เสรีดอกทองชาลากเย็ดหวัดดีครับพี่บัตรพี่บัสกระดอองค์คำคาร์บอน
คอคาร์บอนเสียงเกมเบาแป๊บนึงเดี๋ยวผมเปิดเสียงเกมให้ครับ
The spam from ydhn does catch Primi as he tries to work his way out of that smoke, and the rest of the dominoes will fall. 𝗙cie.
Just trying to play up the orbs as much as possible, but also diving in.
Awkward timing on the spam there from Crystal, but recovered nicely. Gets the 2K. Autumn chiming in with one as well. Should be enough to hold on to this round for 𝗙cie. Patman goes low, but still wins his duel. So a 3-on-1 for 𝗙cie. And he's only got that ghost in hand, so not exactly the firepower to win this round, but it's a decent result for Fullsense anyway. Get a plant, get a couple of kills. If he can maybe find one more here, particularly onto Patman, who is low, if he can sort of isolate that duel, then this would be a pretty expensive round for 𝗙cie. Not going to happen.
Factor of that Yoru in as well.
Clone going out short,
so I don't quite know. Just sending a secondary team to poke around short a little. If 𝗙cie gets one more kill, that's run it back, and they can always just send it in a split.
Another walk into the A side by the looks of things. But this time, 𝗙cie have some defensive setup. Autumn being one of those, Crystal the other, not having too much success, but to be fair, did only have a sheriff in hand. This from Sephiroth.
ดูดีครับอันนี้ดูดีเลย
Difference maker and Fullsense this time are well and truly on top in the round.
Yeah, the next Prince of Thailand, meant to be the upcoming IGL if and when 𝗙cie departs. And he's already making his own moves right now. This is such a great hold from Fullsense.
โบนัสเราเสียไปแค่1ถือว่าดูดีครับ
I'll try to take down a couple more players if they are to take this round away, but it's not likely.
Gonna have a crack for sure. 𝗙cie tucked in the corner will grab an easy freebie onto Patman, and ydhn
สวยทีม
has just gone for the scenic route.
เสียให้น้อยที่สุดเสียให้น้อยที่สุดครับเสีย
Smoked up.
He's picked up a Phantom.
บัสไม่มึงกักจังวะ
On their way into that B site, there's the lurk over towards A as well. Primi just gets deleted by his counterpart, and it's not gone well for Fullsense as they have kind of just tried to contact play on both sides of the map, and neither of those contacts goes well for them. So now they're going to have to try and creep their way back out to B, see if maybe 𝗙cie can find this pick in middle onto Autumn.
Don't think so though, he might have made a drop.
He made not for sure. Autumn head for it, can't win the duel anyway. 𝗙cie just getting that Fullsense starting to put it together. Let's see if 𝗙cie can hold on. Patman on his way across to try to reinforce, but doesn't want to overface the angle and will inevitably, you'd think, be getting smoked off here by 𝗙cie.
โอเคในไซต์ตัวหนึ่งเจอแล้ว
Running out of time too.
Yeah, 10 seconds. They're going to have to make something happen here, but 𝗙cie's still in the back of sight. Surely this can't go well. Fullsense, the pressure could be too much. Patman just has to peek and deny the flash, but he can't survive.
ดูดีแป๊บนึงเดี๋ยวเบา
So Fullsense put together an
extremely breaking out the drones, breaking out the cameras.
เบาเกินเหรอ
But
ดียัง
as soon as the hit comes in, right, not out of the woods yet. Fullsense players like 𝗙cie, even though they're out to run it back, they can still
ดีโฆษณาโอ้ยเฮียมันไม่มีคนใจสักอย่างเลยว่ะไอ้เฮียเราเรื่องปิดโดเนทนู่นนี่นั่นนะคือสตรีมที่แคมป์ไม่เคยมีปัญหาเลยทำไมตรงนี้มันถึงนี้ได้วะปกติก็เปิดปกติไม่เคยมีอะไรเลยอันนี้เสียงดังไปนู่นนี่นั่นไปดูไม่รู้เรื่องคือยังไงวะ
a pretty close match on paper, and a lot of those kinds of matches do, in the end, get decided by which of your teams has any individual step up in any given moment. So there's one already for Fullsense. Patman
ทำตามใจทุกคนไม่ได้หรอครับ
on the 𝗙់𝗿 though start to raise a bit of a question around how this anti-eco might go.
I just don't expect them to be pushing out A main like that, but still, Outlaw is always going to be a big anti-eco weapon depending on where and how 𝗙𝗏's positioned. Looks like they might just leave him off on an insert towards short, see what he can get done. They do know that Autumn tends to be the player around short. They've done well to eliminate Pat, who went into line with the TP. And there it goes. Numbers brought back to Fullsense. They can have their choice pick now, but the spike dropped.
Autumn knows he's got 𝗙𝗏. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. That Cloud will not keep him alive. Still done enough to bring this round maybe back into contention. Good recovery from 𝗙𝗏. A missed initial shot. Position noted now as well. Did prompt out that neural theft. So a little bit of
เล่นด้วยกันเทรดด้วยกันง่ายแล้วที่เหลือ
in this round, which they maybe would have otherwise liked to have held on to. Does have the clutch gene. We saw that last split. We've heard the conversations around it. See if he can do it again this time.
ดูดีครับ
No idea
ดู
where
ดีมากๆดูดีมากๆดูดีมาก
and so it will be a relatively easy finish. Actually a pretty difficult round. Reason that you sort of highlighted. Maybe this is why they picked the Yoru. Autumn, as we know, very flexible player. He likes to sort of do it any which way. It might not be required this time around though, because the rifles are getting it done. Patman 𝗙𝗏, who, by the way, fancy footwork, gets himself out of that Hunter's Fury.
ทีมแม่งมาจัดเลยวะ
2 for 1 to start things off. 𝗙𝗿 wants to fight for middle. He's got the back up there of Autumn as well. But like I said, it's all about the rifles in this round for GE. And 𝗙𝗏.
ไม่เป็นไรไม่เป็นไรไม่เป็นไรไม่เป็นไรไม่เป็นไรครับ
So GE was a surprise to GE, to be fair.
What do you do here? Like
ไอ้สัตว์สตรีมดูแข่งฟังเสียงมาเนี่ยเสียงเหมือนเดิมทุกอย่างเสียงไม่คุ้นมากนั่นร้องเพลงให้แม่งฟังมั่งไอ้เหี้ย
Autumn very safe. Even if he misses a shot, he should be able to just duck back behind that wall. Cosmic Divide though is going to cut him off, so he has to choose whether or not he wants to play in front of it or not. In the end, it's 𝗙𝗏 who's sacrificed to this round.
ตีพอแล้วครับจะไม่ตายแล้วนะสวยมีฮิวอยู่เก่งชิว
to the site 4 on 4. They lost a player to that Hunter's
ไอ้ทีม
Fury.
สโมกเหลือ2 ลูกสโมกหมดปุ๊บสโมกเติมต่อสวยดูดีเพื่อนฉลาด
But either way, once they get close enough, dimensional drift, the flash to come in. This is going to be big for GE.
Autumn looking for information. Hasn't seen too much just yet, trying to clear out B main, but everybody's on the site right now. GE fighting their way forward. Thanks to 𝗙𝗿 and Patman. Having quite a bit of success in doing so as well. 𝗙𝗏 just swings back onto the line. Autumn was holding, and there's the 2-piece with the AWP finally starting.
ไอสัตว์แวนดอลหนูเกาะเหี้ยววัตฟักโอ้โหแล้วเดินดับเบิลดาเมจในหินละลายเด็ดทิ้งมาอย่างเงี้ย
Ultimately, it's the contact to clear on market and short that matters quite a bit more for Fullsense, but now they're seeing there's nothing there. Might be tempted to waltz down or go all the way back from spawn.
Something. Now starting to telegraph it a little bit though with the smokes that they've put up, and 𝗙𝗏 goes straight into 𝗙𝗏, who has a lot of work to do. Multiple players from multiple angles.
เราได้ปืนเยอะแล้วเราได้ปืนเยอะแล้ว
On 3 though. Fullsense I think will be pretty happy with that. The only issue is they're going to try and go into this A site, and Autumn is still there waiting for them. 𝗙𝗏 picked up by 𝗙𝗏 on the rotate as well, who doubles down and secures the deal. So unless 𝗙𝗏 pulls off something.
ไอ้ยิงพลาดทุกคนเลยว่ะเหี้ยทำไงวะเนี่ย
GE themselves to 5. There was a moment where that felt like it could shift.
ยิงว่าวทุกคนเลยว่ะ
Wrap that round up 5-3. They're starting to get in control of this map now.
ไอ้สัตว์เอ้ย
Yeah, Jordan, I have to agree. I
ค่อนข้าง
feel
ชิบ
like
หาย
that
มี
was
คุยเลย
as good as it could have gone. I feel like if GE
ผู้
did
รี
their
โดเน
homework
มา
last week,
30
remember
บาท
against Nongshim, actually
ผม
Fullsense
เชียร์
did a
นะ
very
ครับ แต่
similar
บาทให้ผม
round
ขอฝาก
where
ไว้
they
กัน
went
จริง
in
นะค
all
รับ
the way through the
ว่า
back of
แต่ถ้า
spawn,
อยาก
tried
มี
to
ภาพ
set
โช
up
ว์
some
มือ
nice
กันไหม
quick
ค
push
รับ
towards a single site. This
If we
was
talk
a
by-
variation of that. Try that now with 𝗙𝗏, trying to extend a bit for the team. It's a fake push, and Autumn whiffs.
That was a tough shot to hit, to be fair. 𝗙𝗏 sent back by 𝗙𝗏. It's not going to be a huge cause for concern for Fullsense as they are trying to work their way over into B, and 𝗙𝗏 meanwhile is on the lurk, cutting off rotates, causing
สวยทีม
1 for 1 will not be enough to defend. But there's a question here I was going to
อุ้ยสวยจิต
Patman. His
ส
timing
วย
was great in the end. Autumn also picked up. It's a case of poor timing for GE in this round. Fullsense getting the better of a couple of those duels. It's just
สวย
easy clean up for Fullsense.
มาค่อนข้างดูดีขึ้นครับค่อนข้างดูดีขึ้นครับสไตล์สวยทำดาเมจได้ดีมากเปิดปั๊บแล้วเข้ามาเจนโอเคเราเห็นแล้วตัวนึงไอ้เหี้ยนี่โลไม่กล้าเล่นแน่นอนจังหวะมันจะรอซอมบี้รู้กันเราอย่าเล่นอึดอัดเว้ยโดนเอาไปเม่นสวยบ้ามากที่ดอกนี้
Happy to take the fight before that time ticks on over and gives the advantage to Fullsense.
So many numbers too.
Well, it's a full defense from A main though. Wonder if maybe these smokes are going to cause a rock as Patman picked with a bit of util in hand there by 𝗙់𝗿 defense.
ดูด
now.
สวยทีม
Defuse does start. Crystal is really relying on 𝗙់𝗿 to get this job done alone. Not enough with the spam. 𝗙់𝗿 collects the headshot.
ดูดีชนะแล้ววินนี้
Unfortunately for 𝗙𝗿, you'd say this will be a little bit too much to do. He's hitting some good shots, but
แค่ทีมวันนี้
not getting past
มึง
that.
แม่ง
And
แบบ
that all comes from 𝗙𝗿.
มึงเอามาก
𝗙𝗿 has got the runner back available. He's going to again
สวยทำไรขอ
go on to try to gather a
เห็
bit
นแล้ว
of
ครับตรงเลน
information.
ตรงเลนมีทะเลเพลิง
The site, in fact, remember GE was very good at figuring that out last time. But this time they do not have the pieces in place to defend this A site.
It's just Pat. So that's free side, but he's still gonna have a go. Pat wants to take down the spike carrier.
ไอแพท
Prove imperative. Autumn's going to take the initial contact. This is when Pat might start to think about having a look. He's got to be prepared for 𝗙़𝗪 tucked in that corner. In the end, he just lets it prevail, and that will, in the end, be the back of his head for 𝗙𝗪, who doubles down, and 𝗙𝗪 is in there as well. Bladestorm out now for ydotan to try to salvage the situation, and 𝗙𝗪 looking to do some damage as well with that Hunter's Fury. 𝗙𝗿 has found the timing window, but the shots are not there, and ydotan comes up in a big way. Shock dart enough to push them off of the spike, but not enough to win the round. GE will claim another, and man, these rounds are tight.
To send that global but it's a short opening.
ว้าว
𝗙𝗿
ว้าว
instant headshot. That is the danger going up
ไอ้
against a
เหี้ย
player like
ใคร
him,
พี
but
ค
immediately running
สวย
into
ที
the
มเพื่อน
op. Crystal
ไอ้เหี้ยใคร
on a
พี
bit
ค
of
ไป
an
ก็ว่าตาย
exploratory mission in towards middle, doesn't like what he finds. Fullsense close to equalizing this, but 𝗙𝗿 with a kill through from the Hunter's Fury. Now ydotan gets the better of 𝗙𝗿. So maybe GE are going to find a way to clasp a victory from the jaws of defeat in this final round of the half.
Look at Cruz.
True.
But he has to play patient, though. If he goes too far ahead, it's 3 players. Can he take them all down?
I mean, if he even just gets 2, if he gets a 2-for-1 and that plan's gone down on B in the meanwhile, he could still get his money's worth.
โอ้โหไอ้เหี้ยออทัมระวังตัวจัด
Unbelievable. Autumn turns around at the perfect time, and now 𝗙𝗪's job, you'd say, is
ไอ้
nigh
เหี้ยแม่งระวังตัว
impossible.
จัดแต่อยู่ดีแม่งหันมาแล้วแม่งคือเกมเซนส์มันเลยอ่ะ
6 HP in a 1v3. Every little corner on this site is now paper thin. He's gonna get chewed through.
Well, this is a very bold position to play from for him. You'd look at it and you'd say that's a one and done. They're going to have to make a real error in judgment and not clear it, which in the end doesn't happen. So GE get themselves a pretty
Fullsense trying to play fast flat off the back. Have they even spotted by the turret? Yes, they have.
Really only got 𝗙𝗪 on this side, and he is just
Look at
ducked under the balcony, hoping that he can try and maybe find a 1-for-1. Cage is going to go up. He's holding for the reinforcements. Well, it might be right down to 𝗙𝗪 to actually hold the fort because the reinforcements weren't doing much. GE on their way in to another pistol round win, 7-5. Very quickly, the thing should be turning to 8 as they pick up the second half pistol, and Fullsense all might be in a bit of a spot of bother in this round. So expecting the scoreline to balloon out to 9-5.
สวย
Fortunate kill from 𝗙𝗿. It's probably not going to be giving us too much to get excited about. I mean,
เปิดกล้อง
this is going to be a bit of a hill to climb now for Fullsense.
Marshall towards the back end. 𝗙𝗪 is definitely a little bit concerned about that. Crystal's just going to continue building up whatever advantage he can. Who's going to get the spike plant, though? That's the main one. I would have thought it would have been Crystal, perhaps, but they just want to leave him marking the back of A main. So maybe an extra health point for Pat doesn't matter too much. But right now, this hold is not one that Fullsense can break through.
เฮ้ยแต่โมเมนต์นี้ผมเห็นบ่อยอยู่เดี๋ยว
Still gonna try though, just
เดี๋ยว
for
มัน
the
จะ
exits.
บุกยากเดี๋ยวมันจะบุกยากนะ
Play every single lane, but that Marshall is gonna take them down bit by bit. So maybe doubling up towards tree or short if they can take down Autumn. At least another ult point, but not even that. 𝗙cie_𝗪 is low.
Oh.
It'll be another old point, but
ไอ้ยี่นี่ทรงไม้
not for Fullsense.
โอ้
Autumn, in
มาจัด
fact,
เล
and you
ย
told me this
ไอ้
Euro
นาย
ult,
ผี
it
ทรง
took a
มา
while to
จัด
build
เลย
up.
เหี้ยปกติ
It's
ยิง
not
แบบ
too far
ตึก
away
กักกัก
now.
ไอ้เหี้ย
I'll be damned.
And it doesn't look like they're messing around either.
เอ้ย
The presence
เอ้ย
already
รั่ว
being
เว้ย
shown
รั่วเว้ย
over
รั่วเว้ย
towards that B side. You've got
เอ้ยไอ้นายผีรั่วนี่ไอ้สัตว์นั่นแหละรั่วดิพ่อมึงเด็กเหี้ยปัญญาอ่อนเก็บไปเล่นกับพ่อมึงไอ้สัตว์
Early signs
มุ
in
ก
this
นั้นไอ้
round
เหี้ย
look like maybe Fullsense might
อ่ะ
start
ไอ้
to pull it
เหี้ย
back.
หลุดนะ
Well, they got the
เลือน
right spec so far. 𝗙cie_𝗪 able to pivot around because he's playing.
ไอ้สัตว์ดูเล่นเด้
Drone
ไอ้
comes
เหี้ย
back
วิน
into
นำไม่
retake
ได้
and
แฮะ
spot
ส
on
ไตล์
clear.
ศีรษะต่อ
Fullsense
ใส่พวกกู
knows
ไอ้
where this
สั
hit
ต
is
ว์
going to.
ไอ้เหี้ยแม่งอยากพวกกูจัด
The tag already onto 𝗙cie_𝗪 is forced away as well by that paranoia. The space
Dead.
opening up, but
Dead.
Yudatan has no
I thought
idea.
so, I did.
Uses touch
Boy.
in the corner.
โคตรอ้วน
Fullsense
ไอบัสโดเนตมา 30 บาท
coming back into their
ทำ
own.
ไม
Their first
FS
gun round
ไม่เติ
of
ม
the
ผู้เล่น
second
ลา
half.
วิยามานป่านนี้
To be a
คง
good
ชนะ
one.
ใส
This is the exact kind of round as
ลา
well
วิ
you
ยา
need
มา
to
น
start this half off with. Build the economy up, feel a bit confident, start to get the ball rolling. Otherwise, GE could well have run away with this map, but it is by no means over yet.
Yeah.
นำมาเลื้อนไอ้สัตว์
I mean, hey,
อุ้ยแล้วเรา
on
ไม่
the
เสีย
flip
ปื
side
น
of
นะ
that
ถือว่า
coin,
เป็นเรื่อง
right?
ที่ดี
Like,
นะครับ
if GE
ถ้า
had
วิน
that
นี้เราไม่
bonus
เสียปืน
round,
ถือว่าเป็นเรื่อง
I
ที่ดี
dare
มาก
say
ๆนะ
this map was done.
I agree. I think that would have been a bit of a bridge too far for Fullsense to come back from.
เฮ้ยสวยทีมเหี้ยข่าวดีจัดเลยเพื่อน
พี่จอยมา
ไอ้เหี้ยข่าว
วิ่งมาหน้าช็อต
เอาดับทางแท็บเอ
ต้
เห
อ
รง อ
น่าจะเจอ
พี่ออฟเอาดับมาแท็บเอทางแท็บเอครับปรับเอ
ไอช็อตมาแล้ว
มันพังแท็บกูเฉย
ท็อปมีเจช็อต
อุ้ยไอ้เหี้ยทีมแบบข่าวดีจัดเพื่อน
ได้พังแท็บกูไม่ได้พังแท็บกูไม่ได้พังแท็บ
It's just all about trying to piece it together as much as possible. They heard the orb, now they hear footsteps out towards A short. That's what 𝗙cie_𝗪 was calming out to the rest of the team. But GE good to apply more pressure towards B site. But does Fullsense bite the bait? They do for the time being.
อุ้ยเหี้ยแม่ง
But
สับหลอก
there's
กัน
not much
เละ
else.
เทะเลยว่ะ
They should be happy to pivot real quick right back over onto the A site. And that's why you do see 𝗙cie_𝗪 beginning to make some moves around.
Ooh.
A bit of delay utility with the Phoenix.
สวย
Yeah, that drone went
อุ้ย
through,
เหี้ย
but
มาดิ
again,
สัตว์มาดิ
𝗙cie_𝗪 is
เข้า
up
ไม่
close
ได้
and personal
ทีเข้าไม่ได้
to
ทีเข้าไม่ได้ใจเย็น
pick and
มันจะกระบี่รู้แล้วครับผมรู้แล้วครับว่ามันจะกระบี่
where do we go?
Hey,
There's 20
team,
seconds
ไม่
left
เป็น
in
ไร
this round. They're walking their way up through middle.
มัน
It
จะ
is
กลับเองกี่รอบ
imperative
โอ้
that 𝗙cie_𝗪 picks up that kill because now
Holy
that
shit,
throws the
man.
pressure
Holy
on
shit,
him.
bro.
Fullsense have no
It's
idea
hard.
where GE are going. I think GE at one point maybe didn't know where they were going, but 10
Shit,
seconds on the
man,
clock. They are
lock.
going to get
Man,
into the
get
A site. They're
here.
going to get a plan.
ให้มันเถอะ
And Fullsense
ใน
completely
การหลอกเข้าบอมนะแต่
rotated
จังหวะรี
off.
เทค
That
พวกกู
is
ขอ
a minor miracle pull from
Pull up,
GE.
though. 𝗙cie_𝗪 does have run it back for a
เราเดิน
retake.
ครับ
Okay, well, we'll see if he can make anything happen here. 𝗙cie,
Wait,
𝗙cie_𝗪
why?
both finding themselves an edge.
Ah!
Autumn comes alive. Drops two.
Oh.
Is it enough
Hưng
though?
Hưng,
One v
phá đâu
one
nổi
for
nó.
Patman, who used to be
Yeah.
this time.
Why?
He cannot
But
deliver.
no.
Fullsense get the
Yeah.
defuse. 9-7. They're coming back.
Beautiful way for Fullsense to
Fat.
come in hot off of that retake. They were definitely
ข้างนอกดีเลย
bamboozled
ข้างนอกดีเลย
for the better half of that
เพิ่ง
round
เฮ
for a
ไอ
bit.
สัตว์เพิ่งเฮ
But
ไอ้
even
เหี้ย
as they come back over
ไอ
thanks
สัต
to
ว์เพิ่ง
that
เฮ
right
Half buy from GE. 𝗙cie is under
Why?
pressure. He's got the help, the backup from 𝗙cie_𝗪. There's going to be a hot hands through. And,
สวย
GE are not going to
ซ้าย
slow
มือ
down
ตัว
at all.
Oh, no,
𝗙cie_𝗪
the corner.
seems to
อุ้ย
be
อุ้ยจิตลองหลัง
where there's someone else
Why?
here. Yeah, he knows.
แครอทรับน้องบัสโดเนตมา
Why?
300 บา
But
ท
he second guessed
หลอด
himself.
ไปไหนอ่ะ
And now
ปิด
it's
หลอด
falling
เปิดดับ
apart.
ก็บัส
GE out of nowhere
ฮะ
might be getting a sneaky round unless
หลอด
Primi
ไปไหน
can
อะ
do
ปิด
Primi
หลอด
things.
ไออิงลืมเอาหลอด
It's
มาครับ
gonna
ผ
be
ม
tough though. I mean, where is he gonna figure
He's
out?
there
Oh,
fast.
he is.
ไออิงลืมเอาหลอดเข้ามา
Oh,
Huh.
he's missed. That's not a Primi thing. Primi doesn't miss. But apparently he does.
เฮียพิมพ์มีแต่ซึ่งมิดไอ
I
เฮีย
am
มันพาก
speechless.
Yeah, let's see how this goes. Dimensional Drift plus Hunter's Fury.
Oh no, they could all line up for it.
That combination is so potent, but so far not quite working out. Autumn recovers first. Primi drops.
Well,
Now
yeah,
Kahlua as well. And Autumn, you said
Oh,
he was
yes, man.
flying.
They fired
Well,
low.
he has cooked up a meal in this round as well for GE. They're into the B site. 3-on-2. Sephiroth half HP. Plant going down. This is GE's round to lose.
One enemy
โอ้
remaining.
ยัดแม่
They've done well to withhold against that little cage play attempt from 𝗙cie𝗿 Nothing to be had in this round for Fullsense now. They had some ideas off of the timeout. However,
ยัดแม่แล้วการ
even
เงิน
though
เฮีย
the
จัดเรา
Hunter
หน้า
Surge
อี
doesn't
โค
exactly collide against the setup.
𝗙cie𝗿 have got the runner back, sure, but
บัสทำไมฝั่งเราไม่ค่อยเทกันเลยเมื่อกี้
Frost
เมื่อ
was
กี้
just
บอกต
not
รง
good
ๆว่า
enough to
มัน
line down, but
เราตัด
given
สิน
the
ใจเล่นกันไม่ดี
result,
เลยครับ เรา
you can
ทิ้ง
only
เก่งไว้
imagine
คนเดียวข้างนอก เพราะว่าโดนอัน
what
ติ
that
โซว่าเล่น
headspace,
แต่คือ
what that
เก่งเรื่องที่จะ
mental
แข่ง
space
รับเลย
feels like right now.
ก็เท่ากับก็
GE though, look at them.
เรียบร้อยครับ
So
ทีมแข่ง
comfortable
เป็นควยก็โดน
doing their
ตาม
due
ระเบียบ
diligence. They clear out main. They use the clone to fake out to clear so many of the trips. Bait out reactions from Fullsense. That's a blaze wall now gone. So they consider that there may be players hiding around, but probably not on site, right? No one shot at the clone. Pat's applying pressure towards a site. Fullsense not biting though, but the main thing still firepower.
well, the firepower from 𝗙cie𝗿.
Wait!
Hold on. Maybe there actually, as he gets that headshot
Yo,
onto
that's
Crystal. He's
what we
knocked out by 𝗙cie𝗿 as well. Is there another twist
30
and turn
seconds left.
in this map? We have to wait and see. Plan yet to go down, obviously.
4 ต่อ
for GE.
3
They
ไอจิตเมียน
have
ติ
a whole lot of tools
อุ้ย
actually.
เราได้ปืนนะ
to defend
จาก
this
เรือ
post.
แต่ตอนนี้ต้องระวังจากบีเมนก่อน
No
จังหวะรีเทค
paranoia, no flashes.
Bottom's got big damage. That's surely got to be something.
They got a
Mi
shoot
don.
done good, basically. Yeah,
โอเค
to
มี
hold
ดีคอน
this.
มีโดนครบ
And 𝗙cie𝗿 has got to run it
รอ
back.
ก่อน
to
รอ
make
รอ
the
รอ
shoot
รอ
done even better. This is essentially a 5 on 3, one of which has now been
โอ้ย
dealt
ซาวี
with.
ตัด
So
อีก
back
เหี้ย
to
ตัวใน
the
ซ้าย
4 on
โด
3
น
Fullsense, but info is info.
โอ้
Harvey and Autumn though connecting.
โอ้
And
ไอ้เหี้ย
that
นี่ลั่น
firepower
มากเลยว่ะ
apparently is enough. They shoot gun really good in GE.
เฮ้ยมันลั่นมากเลยว่ะเฮียออ
Just
ท
waiting
ำ
for the replay so I can.
The last round potentially of the map. It feels like it kind of is. Fullsense have not delivered on this defensive side at all.
5 rounds in a row for OT. It's Premium and operator. Oh.
สวยคิว
Pretty on an operator. He's pretty
Spike
good.
down B.
Lockdown as a reaction. G has options to head back out towards middle if they want to.
Is GE just going to push through mid here and try and take the fight to Fullsense, or are they going to reroute back into B? Spike needs to be picked up by 𝗙cie𝗿 at some point here. They're going to opt to take the, I would say, percentage play. Patman up over the top of the wall. Just
ยังไงกล้อง
Galore
สวย
as he
จัดเลยวะ
backs off. That is cheeky. Pulls it back to the 4 on 4.
Okay. Meanwhile, for Fullsense,
Oh.
pixel angles, but they didn't expect
แม่งยิงแบ
one
บ
to
คลีน
be
คลีนเลยอะ
still
ดอก
left
เนี่ย
on
แม่งยิง
market.
แบบคลีน
That's
คลีน
Unitime.
เลยอะ
They are trying to take him back. They
สวย
managed to
ฟาด
catch him.
ดูดีทำได้ยังไม่แพ้น้อง
Pat is up by logs.
เห็นแล้ว
And Blazewall holding them at bay for
Oh.
now. 𝗙cie and Patman doing the
Hey.
same. Autumn will drop. Nuke it on the block. 𝗙cie to try to keep the game alive against the clutch minister himself, 𝗙cie. Like I said, he's been here
Wait.
time and time again, and now he's got the info. Has 𝗙cie got the idea? 𝗙cie early damage and finishes the job.
แบบแรก
13 to 7. Global Esports will
Forgive.
take map 1.